Hey, welcome back, guys. Here for another vlog moment. The topic of the day today is pretty interesting. I have a really good friend, and my friend reached out to me and said, Dan, you've been good at doing this motivational stuff for me, getting me on the right track, getting me focused with life. Let me ask you this: how do you deal with someone that gives you criticism? And I asked him, I said, what do you mean, like criticism? And he's like, well, someone who talks down to you. For example, if you have a trainer and they say, you're fat, you need to lose some weight. And the first thing I thought to myself is, if your trainer is telling you you're fat, you need to lose some weight, you don't need to pay him for you to know that. You should know that yourself. But that's not what I said, obviously. What came to mind, guys, is really simple. Uh, so often we hear things that are critical. We hear things that hurt our feelings. We hear things that we may not agree with, and we take them hard. We're humans. It's expected. It is something that definitely does happen. Think of it from this perspective, though, guys. If you walked around life every single day and every single person you met told you how great you were, how much of a rock star your personality is, how you have the best body they've ever seen in life, after a while, how legitimate would that feel to you? Probably not very legitimate, right? It wouldn't really feel very genuine. You'd start to get annoyed, and to be honest, you wouldn't really believe what people are saying. And this is the big principle I'm talking about here, is that when we have these people, the naysayers, the negative people that are in your life, the people who always want to put you down, or they always have something to say. You could be on the highest high of your life and they're sliding through with all of their negativity. Embrace that. That is part of life, and it is part of the culture of what growing is all about. One of the things I want you guys to focus on is, maybe there is a hint of truth in what they're saying. Now, this doesn't mean what they're saying is true. There could be a hint of truth in what they are saying. So instead of, writing it off and saying, no big deal, this guy's an idiot, this girl's an idiot, she has no idea what she's talking about, the next time I want you to think critically about what exactly is being said. I want you to strip it down to the bare basis of what they are trying to illustrate towards you. Maybe there's a hint of truth. It doesn't even have to be what they're actually saying is true, but maybe it shows you their true character, and maybe this person is not somebody you want in your corner, being a supportive friend or an ally or an acquaintance or even a coworker. So keep that in mind the next time you receive, big bouts of criticism, or if you're always having someone who's critical towards you. First of all, analyze whether or not you need them in your life. I gave you the trainer example. Trainers, they don't really need to be critical of you, because the reality is that you know where you are, and you know where you are not, and you know what you need to achieve, right? So for a trainer to beat you down, this is not the Biggest Loser. This is not any of those types of things. So it's this is reality, right? For a trainer to beat you down is not necessary. Now, do they need to hold you accountable? Absolutely, but that's a whole different spectrum, and that's where the reality of being a professional, that's where that comes in, is what professionalism looks like. Now, for someone who's always just getting on you, or they always have something to say, or they're always negative every time a positive happens to you, evaluate whether or not you need that in your life. Evaluate whether or not what they're saying is, there's a hint of truth to it, and maybe it can actually help you get better. They may not be phrasing it the right way. There may be some positive reinforcement within it. You just have to kind of sift through some of the banter and look toward the constructive stuff. Keep that in mind the next time you have a conversation with someone or a group of people that rub you the wrong way, and understand that your life is your life for your reason. Anyone that has any influence or impact in your life doesn't really, at the end of the day, you control what you do. Everything else really doesn't matter. So think of life like a buffet. You're going to take bits and pieces of what you really want to indulge in, and the rest of it, leave it. Someone else will eat it. That's been the vlog for this week, guys. Super excited for our Saturday Only the Strong Mobility Minute. Tune in. It's going to be great. Part 2 of last week's shoulder mobility series. Talking to you guys soon.